I already feel better. I don't know if it's catharsis or if I feel better just getting out of there. But I do feel better. Partly because I thought that maybe wasn't the nicest place. Like in general, like I thought it had gone downhill. And maybe it was really like not great. And I saw people just outside drinking with cups in their hands outside of like 6 bars that I saw in a row right in the downtown. And I was like, oh gosh, quite a grungy little mess of a town. I don't know. I don't mean to be judgmental, but it just looked like a college town, but without the college and without the... I don't know how else to describe it. Anyway. I thought maybe it was just like a... I don't know. A place where people were drinking their problems away. And certainly not a place that would have a bed and breakfast that was expensive, that I had been, yelled at about. Anyway, I bring that up because then when I drove after that song and after those words, I drove back through the town and I saw there was like a Under the Stars first open air market or something on their downtown strip, which does have a lot of bars. I saw quite a few bars, but Wisconsin's known for having a lot of bars. Hello Wisconsin! Like, it is like that 70s show. Like, it's whatever. It's beer and cheese curds, deep fried food. It's a very fun state. It's a very, like, German, Swedish, like, lots of old culture. It's a hard-working state, but it's also a partying state. And it's I don't know. I can't defend or not defend it. I just see it as it is what it is. That's what Wisconsin is right now. It's probably why some people move away, because that culture doesn't make sense for who they want to be or just who they are. Or like, say you move away and then you try to come back and you're just like, what? Like, none of that culture, like drunk snowmobiling, just doesn't make sense to most people. So, or to anyone that's not part of this culture. Anyway, not to dog Wisconsin, it's a gorgeous state. It's insane. And when I was young and saw drinking as no big deal, or saw it as something fun I did with my college friends, I didn't notice any of that culture. Packers, brewers, I mean, it gives it away right there. Anyway, I'm on a farm country road. Oh, but I feel better about Sturgeon Bay now, because I know this seems almost too buoyant after how much I was just crying, but I've learned how to process trauma really quickly. It's kind of like burning it up. It's like being an alchemist. I've learned I have to process it really quickly and let it go. Otherwise, it stays with me. And if it stays with me too long, it has a magnetic or like a suction quality, and it pulls me down into like a drain, like a black hole. So the second I feel something, even if it sounds ADD-ish, the second I feel something trying to buoy, I was going to say pull me out of that black hole feeling, or pull me out of that spiraling down a drain feeling, I just let it. And I don't care if it's illogical, and what I mean by care is I don't worry if it's illogical. I don't worry about how it appears, and I don't worry about how it actually is for me. I trust now. And part of that comes from Brian. Brian is a genius flipping master at using humor and comedy and silliness and almost like avoidance to like let energy reset itself, like a jellyfish going like this, like going upward it looks like it's starting to sink and then it goes upward. And it's freaking brilliant. I've never met anyone in my life who knows how to do that as well as Brian. He knows how to be in the thickest emotions, other people's oftentimes, and then just go and like move upward. I'm excited at my ability to make a jellyfish noise. See, like, this is where I wasn't ever allowing myself to heal, or even fake heal, was I wouldn't just let myself get excited that I liked my own jellyfish noise. Why can't I be excited that I like my own jellyfish noise? I think that's adorable. So anyway, I'm driving south from Sturgeon Bay, and I felt a sense to just take these back roads right along Lake Michigan and go to Two Rivers and then Manitowoc, because Manitowoc is where the original ferry got into, the one from Michigan that comes from Ludington, and I live by Ludington. I think I live an hour, it could be an hour and a half, but I feel like it's only an hour if you just take the highway, which I never do. But if I would, it's only an hour. There's birch trees everywhere. it's gonna bother me for a while that the white, whatever, fucking, sorry for my language, kids. Now I have to like rate my channel. I'm pretty clean, but I'm a little upset still. There's purplish, grayish storm clouds and tons of sun, and I'm going past farms, and there's nobody around for miles. Oh, except the car behind me, but he can go around me if he wants. I'm going the speed limit. 3 over. But there's nobody coming my way. Like, it's very chill here. Oh, I needed that. But, oh, anyway, so my buoyant feelings came from seeing that Sturgeon Bay wasn't some sort of, like, I don't know, whatever I was thinking it was, but I was trying to be nice in my mind about it because who am I to judge? But then I was like, but that's still, who am I to assess would be a better thing to say. Like, I was trying to not even assess it. But sometimes maybe the reason that judgment isn't a great thing and why I try to never judge, even though I'm sure I do all the time, but why I try to resist it is because you can judge incorrectly. So if you lock something in your mind as one thing and then you're wrong, now you have to unlock it and then lock the new thing. But now that you locked, and you usually have to lock a new thing harder than you would have had to. It could have been fluid, but you have to lock it harder than you would have had to because you're trying to overwrite something else that was locked there. And that's insanity. That's complete insanity. This coffee is so delicious, it's crazy. Okay, I love this road, it's official. I like Sturgeon Bay. I don't want to live there, but they did have like a food truck and they had a blocked off like 3-block thing and people were walking down there in like droves. It didn't just look like tourists, it looked like locals, but it was like really, I don't know, it looked like lots of different types of people. It looked like people from all walks of life, and I find that really charming. I don't know. My first impression was wrong. It was just that it looked a little bit like a judgmental word might be dilapidated, but even that, it's like, who's to say that some polished, slick tourist thing is better? Because some of the most slick-looking tourist towns, I saw Trump flags everywhere, and like, if the way to be perfectly polished is to believe, I don't know, in that, I don't know. I'm not trying to divide. I'm not trying to be neutral by dividing it and then saying I give up. That's not a good way to be neutral. But that is kind of what I've done. Is I've basically claimed my side, said what I believe, but then said, oh, well, but it's pointless to fight people on that other side because they have all the money, they have all the power, they don't want to let it go, and so it just is what it is. I'm behind like a really old car, like I'm talking like 1920s or 30s maybe. I'm only going to show you because I'm having to go so slow now because it's driving like 20 miles an hour, maybe 30. I don't even know what to do. I guess I could pass them, but I don't really want to. But this would mean I would get to my destination like way later than I want to. I'll wait a little longer. Oh, but if I crack my window a little, yeah. One of my ex-boyfriends, I have a lot of exes, unfortunately. I was very confused when I was younger about what I wanted, and I think I was very codependent. It was hard for me to be alone for too long without feeling, oh good, this guy just went around them. So now I'm going to see, yeah, I think I'm going to too. I'll wave though. Feel that, but if you're in a car that's 100 years old, you might want to take it on the slower side. Cherry delight. I just really like these clouds to my left. I don't know if you saw them or not because I'm not checking the screen, but well, I just wanted to make a video that was after the one I just made because the one I just made kind of broke my heart and I kind of wanted to reassemble it a little bit. I feel like if I talk about that video, it's going to start breaking again, so I'm not going to do that. But even saying that if I do this, I would feel that, so I'm not going to do that, that's still a form of doing it. And that's what I've done my whole life. It's just this weird kind of like announcing I'm not going to acknowledge something because that would make me feel bad. But it's like that still makes you feel bad. Like just let it go, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue. I changed the melody at the end there in case there's like a copyright issue for my very successful YouTube channel. Renard's Cheese, open 7 days a week. Oh, I want to go to a cheese tasting place. It looks super closed. Oh well. Well, this is who I really am. I don't know why I've tried to make my YouTube channel not like this. Kind of like spunky, sparkly, weird, and interrupting myself without even bothering to go back. I kind of prefer it like this, I'm not gonna lie. This is how my brain feels. I've like tried to be more linear. Kewaunee County. But that's, I like thinking fast. And there's the sun, like 20 million clouds, a bunch of pine trees, deer the next 4 miles. Whee! Sorry, I just like love being on the road. It's like literally one of my favorite things. And even more so than that is being on these tiny country roads like this where there's almost no cars around and it's just like me and the trees. And apparently my phone and YouTubing. Although this is a first. I've never done this before. And I don't know that I'll ever do it again, but my life just feels really right now. Like I knew that going on this trip would make my head hurt. Would make my head feel like we're changing, now 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 we're doing this, now we're healing that, now we're looking at this X, now we're looking at this chapter from when you were 19, now we're looking at this chapter from when you were 22, now we're going to deal with this, then this, then this. It's like, if you watch all these videos, I don't know how you would, it's longer than like 2 movies, but if you did watch all these videos, like the last like 10 of them, they're all just spanning like one day. I can't like spend time looking at the screen, but every time I glance down, I don't know, I'm feeling good. What was that? Like, I just mean like I like the sunlight and the clouds. I need to focus on I don't need to focus on the road because this is really insanely boring. It's very straight. Oh, but there's a Jesus Christ billboard. Yes, it's true. I do believe in Jesus Christ and I love Jesus Christ. I just don't use the word Jesus Christ because my own grandma, who was a nun, she even said apparently to her friend, and this was said in her eulogy after she passed away, she's like, I don't talk to Jesus, I talk to God. Or I talk straight to God. It just says Jesus Christ. Romans 10:9. So I guess I should look that one up. Maybe it's a sign. Literal sign. But like, I don't talk to Jesus. It's just that Jesus died the way Jesus died. Jesus followed God more than I'm ever following God. Like, I'm trying. You can't see I'm a kid in my own chest. Like, I'm trying. But like, nothing like what Jesus did. Like, I tried one time to imagine what it would feel like to have nails nailed in your hands. All because you're trying to follow the will of God to make a point about the sins of humanity and how they need to be forgiven. And not to make a point. That sounds horrific. I can't summarize the Bible with my random colloquial language. I'm not going to even try. So these houses and farms are cute. I would like to focus on them and go inside my own thoughts. And there's cows. I don't even know if you can see the cows. Probably not. I'm not looking at the screen, so I can't tell what you can see, but there's something else. I need to go. There's cars. I'm going to mess around. Hi, guys. I'm waving at cars. It feels really good to let things go. It feels really good to try to heal old wounds. Hey, 444. N8444. Whatever road I'm on. SU, something like that. South of Sturgeon Bay. Gorgeous clouds. Perfect day. Beautiful day. I'm very grateful to be alive, and I'm super crazy grateful for everything I have. And while I didn't enjoy any of the... Lake Michigan. That was so gorgeous and unexpected. I thought I was just in farm country. Wow. Oh my flipping God. You probably can't see it. It probably just got covered by trees. I don't really want to be on the phone, but I do feel safe. I haven't seen a single car. There you go. Okay. Putting it down. Here's a car. Pulls hands on the wheel, 35 miles an hour. This woman got distracted too. It's so beautiful. Ooh, and it smells like fish. No, it doesn't. I honestly actually really like that smell. Okay, I just saw a dead skunk. That's really sad. I think the challenge with how fast my brain goes is I don't have time to think whether or not I want to say these things out loud, and certainly whether or not I want to record them. But whatever. I don't really care anymore. Okay, I'm in Algoma. And I believe I just saw a cop. Yep, there's a cop. He's not following me or anything, but I had to make sure I did a good job. Perfectionist Jess. Okay, bye.